Hi, I'm Kimberly with the Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm here with Bonnie and Camille, and we're on block 5 of our Snapshots Quilt Along. This quilt along benefits the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we're hoping that today you can donate $5 for the use of this pattern. Our block 5 is called Kindred Kitchen, and I actually just started learning how to cook, and I never have cooked before, and kind of just really am getting into it, and I love it. So Bonnie, do you have any memories of when you were raising your kids and cooking?
I do. The kitchen was always the center of our home. We've celebrated lots of birthdays in our kitchen and get-togethers with our family. I love this picture of my 4 kids making sugar cookies at Christmas time. Another fond memory I have is teaching my girls to make jam.
That sounds awesome. I need to learn how to do that. Now let's get into our studio and we're going to make this cute retro apron pattern. Download the Snapshots pattern at the Fat Quarter Shop. Cut your fabrics and label them with your alphabetties. Use Artful Color 2000 since it matches the day sale fabric perfectly. Sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and press according to the pattern. In our first step, we're making corner squares, and we're going to be using this technique throughout the entire quilt. Draw a line on the wrong side of the fabric J squares from corner to corner with a friction pin. We're using a friction pin because it will disappear later with heat. Place a fabric J square on the corner of a fabric A rectangle. Stitch directly on the line and cut a 1/4 inch away from the stitch line using a Creative Grids ruler and press. You're going to make 1 unit. Then to this unit we're going to add another fabric J square, press, and then we're going to add a fabric O rectangle to the bottom to make 1 partial apron top unit. To make our next unit, we're going to place a fabric I square on a fabric V rectangle to make 1. For our right unit, we're going to use a fabric I square and a fabric W rectangle, and we're going to make 1. Mark a dot 1.5 inches over from the top right corner on the wrong side of the fabric R rectangle. Draw a line from the bottom right corner to the dot. Place the fabric R rectangle on the fabric G rectangle, stitch, and press. Then you're going to add a fabric I corner square. You're going to make 2 bottom left apron ruffle units, and then you're going to make 2 bottom right ruffle units using the same technique. Piece together your previously made units and make 1 left unit and 1 right unit. To make your apron top unit, you're going to put together the 3 previously made units and fabric C rectangles, and you're going to make 1. Now we're going to make some more apron ruffles. You're going to use a fabric I, place it on a fabric P and press, and you're going to do the same thing again with a fabric I and a fabric Q rectangle. You're going to make 1 left and 1 right. And we're going to join units that we've previously made to make another left and another right. Now we're halfway done. To make your apron pocket unit, you're going to use fabric N squares and a fabric Y rectangle, and you're going to make 1. And then for your bottom apron skirt unit, you're going to use fabric X squares and a fabric L rectangle, and you're also going to make 1. To make your partial apron bottom unit, you're first going to assemble your apron pocket and 2 fabric M rectangles, and you're going to press. Then you're going to add a fabric K rectangle and your bottom apron skirt unit and press. Then you're going to add your ruffle units, and we're going to make 1 of these. Add fabric B corner squares, and you're going to make your apron bottom unit. Now we're going to make our bottom ruffle unit. You're going to take your fabric T rectangle, mark a dot 1.5 inches down from your top right corner. Draw a line from the top left corner to your dot. Place your fabric T rectangle on your fabric E rectangle, stitch, and press. Then add a fabric I corner square. You're going to make 1. Then you're going to take your fabric F rectangle, mark a dot 1.5 inches up from the bottom right corner, draw a line from the bottom left corner to the dot, place your fabric F rectangle on your fabric U rectangle, stitch, and press, and add a fabric I corner square. Then you're going to have 1. You're going to sew these 2 units together to make your bottom apron ruffle unit. And I know that looks really complicated, but when you try it at home, you're going to love this technique. To make your Kindred kitchen block, you're going to assemble your 3 units and press, and then add your fabric D rectangles. This apron is so cute, it makes me want to make a real apron just like it.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back next month on the 15th for another new quilt block.
And please donate. We can make a difference in the lives of the children and families of St. Jude.
As you share your blocks, don't forget to hashtag FQS Snapshots.